In the shadows of Cold War Europe, a secret sword was forged. Its name was Gladio, NATO's hidden armies, trained to resist a Soviet invasion. But as history would reveal, this sword was not always pointed outward. Sometimes, it struck within. After World War II, Western leaders feared the Red Army sweeping across Europe. With CIA and MI6 support, NATO created clandestine, stay-behind networks. Their mission was simple: if the Soviets invaded, these operatives would remain behind enemy lines, organizing sabotage, guerrilla warfare, and resistance. Weapons caches were buried in forests, radios hidden in basements, and recruits chosen for their loyalty to anti-communist causes. Across Italy, Belgium, France, Germany, Greece, and Turkey, the networks grew in silence. But silence gave way to violence. In Italy, the so-called Years of Lead saw bombings and massacres that shocked the nation. The Piazza Fontana bombing in 1969 killed 17 people. The Bologna train station attack in 1980 left 85 dead. At first, anarchists and communists were blamed. Yet later investigations revealed ties to neo-fascists and Gladio operatives. This was the strategy of tension, terror used to manipulate democracy, fear weaponized to push society toward authoritarian control. Belgium faced its own horrors. The Brabant massacres of the 1980s saw gunmen storm supermarkets, killing families in cold blood. In Greece, secret soldiers fired on a communist demonstration in Athens in 1944, and decades later, Gladio networks were linked to the military coup of 1967. In Turkey, the counter-guerrilla unit was accused of torture and repression against leftist activists. Across Europe, the line blurred between defense and terror, between protection and manipulation. For decades, these armies remained hidden. But in 1990, Italian Prime Minister Giulio Andreotti admitted Gladio's existence. Europe reeled. Parliamentary investigations confirmed similar networks in Belgium, France, and Germany. NATO and the CIA insisted the armies were defensive, designed only to resist Soviet occupation. Yet critics saw something darker: a covert war against democracy itself, fought not with tanks and missiles, but with fear, deception, and bloodshed. Operation Gladio is more than a Cold War relic. It is a reminder of how fragile freedom can be when shadow networks operate beyond accountability. Armies built to defend democracy were accused of betraying it. The sword of Gladio glimmers still in history's dark corners, a warning that the greatest threats to liberty may not come from foreign invaders, but from the hidden hands within.